Here's what a spring week looks like on our homestead. First up, I'm just watering this garden bed ready for planting kumara slips. I just did a video on how to grow these, so if you're wanting to know how to grow your own, I'll link it in the card so you can watch it after this one. Planting kumara slips is super easy. You just want well draining soil. That's why I've chosen to put them in these raised beds. And you basically just plant the roots in the soil, laying them on their sides so that the vines can continue to spread across the surface of the soil. These vines are going to spread absolutely everywhere. Our raspberry plants are getting bigger and in need of some support, so to keep them upright, I thought rather than just tying them up like previous years, I put up a sort of trellis or fence to keep them in. This was quite a good workout getting the posts in. Once the posts were in, I just took some wire and strung it up around the two end posts. Luckily this wire was pretty easy to bend using my hands. Once the first wire was up, we went back and secured it to the posts with those little fencing nails, and then we just repeated the process. This parsley was looking really good until just the other day I noticed it started to bolt, and upon closer inspection I noticed it is completely covered in aphids. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that out, and later on today I'm going to plant some more parsley and probably some other herbs as well. Okay.
You have to go by yourself. And why you stuck that out?
Because look, it's covered in aphids. It's always a bit sad pulling out plants that have grown so big. It's forecast to be another hot day, so it's time to water the garden before it heats up. These currant bushes are starting to get currants on them, so it's on our to-do list to get some netting over them so that the birds don't eat them all before they're ready for harvesting. Since it's going to be such a nice day today, we're going to put the chicks out in the chicken tractor for the day. The carrots down this end just need a little bit more watering than everything else, so I use the hose. Ready? You want to do your water? Do it. job. These ones? You want another? Oops, good job. Okay, we're gonna get some water for them in a second. So we got a couple of different herbs planted as well as some eggplant. Now I didn't actually have parsley seeds, so I'll either go and buy some seeds or some seedlings, but otherwise that's everything else done for today.
Elena, watch me. When Elena, watch me. I make it so it isn't too big.
On this day, everyone was outside and helping with jobs. So the little guys were helping to clean the chick brooder, while one of my brothers was stacking firewood. We decided to put some cardboard down around our currant and blueberry bushes to help keep the weeds down. Then of course Mum did some mowing while Hannah held some potatoes. It's due to start raining this afternoon and be pretty rubbish weather tomorrow, so I'm wanting to get these butternut pumpkins planted out as well as maybe some kumara slips. So this is where I'm planning on planting these butternut pumpkins. I'm wanting to trellis them up this fence here. This is actually in the chicken coop, so I may need to fence it off, but because the chickens are free range, they don't tend to spend much time in here anyway or notice what goes on in here. I'm probably not going to be able to fit all of them in this space, but this gives me a good start. Always water in your seedlings. I think for the rest of these I'm going to leave them for today, but I will probably extend the garden bed. I'll add some more soil and work this ground here so that I can plant them along the rest of the fence line there. I'm just wetting the soil a bit before planting out my kumara slips, but kumara don't like soil too wet, so I don't want too much. These are just a couple of smaller kumara slips as well as the end of the kumara, so I thought I may as well plant these. I have got another kumara with slips on just about ready to come outside, but I thought I'll plant these anyway because the more the merrier. The weeds are growing so fast at the moment. We're having to weed like every day. So we'll see if those take or not. Although planting these things only took just a few minutes, this is going to make a huge dent in our self-sufficiency goals and feeding our family for the whole year.